Buttons. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to
Woo!
KO Cam. Thank you. Welcome to Comedy Words. I am your tech tonight. I am Annie Dies a Lot. And before we get this show officially on the road, I'm going to go over a few things that everyone can do at home to help this show go nice and smoothly. The very first thing, if you are here in the Zoom room, now's a great time to go ahead and turn on those mics and cameras, kids. That's right, just do it.
Woo, woo, woo,
Uh,
woo.
Definitely helps the show go a lot smoother if we can see your faces and hear your laughter. We all understand it's the internet. Anonymity is king for some. It's okay. If you don't want to turn on your mics and cameras, go ahead though. Look at the bottom of your screen. You will see a reactions button. Use that button. Use it like you love your favorite thing in the world to do is push buttons. Like use it. Let us know. Give us feedback if you're enjoying the show. And Twitch, we always appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. YouTube as well, you guys. We are now out on YouTube. We appreciate everyone that's out there. You guys, if you want to come be a part of the Zoom room, everyone is invited. That's right. We like to hang out with all kinds of people. It's pretty easy. You can go to kocomedy.com and sign up for the email. You'll receive the email for the link for this show and all of our shows. You guys, we have some really awesome shows all through the week. Some of them are Zoom exclusives. That's right. They do not go out to the internet live. For instance, tonight, when this show is over, it is going down. After party with Lorna Batters and Sarah Green. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna giggle a lot. It's gonna be a good time. Come hang out with us. Come hang out with us. And also, Twitch. While I got you there, you guys, the world's worst comedian is hanging out in the Twitch chat. That's right. It's an AI. He's an AI bot. He's the worst. He's god awful. He's not coming for anyone's jobs. It's Laughing Larry. If you want to interact with him, all you have to do is drop at Laughing Larry AI, followed by your comment in the chat, and he will talk to you, and it will be terrible. I can promise you. He's the worst. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. You guys, let's see. Oh, yes. And for everyone here in the Zoom room, if you want to go hang out on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/Comedy Hub and talk to Laughing Larry yourself and, see how bad he is. You guys, we got a great show for you tonight, and you're welcome. Free show. Let's go. That being said, I still ask that you support everyone that you see here tonight, you guys. We've got some amazing comedians for you. And the best way you can support them, and the easiest way, and the freest way, is you're going to go to their Instagram account handles and you're going to follow them. You're going to see if they have new content, if they're in an area near you. There's great reasons for it. Plus, come on, it helps out their algorithms. You can help with that. You can. So during their sets, I'm going to go ahead and post everybody's Instagram handles both on my screen and down in the chat. And if you miss it, it's fine. Stick around afterwards. I'll flash them again, or you can just DM myself or Comedy Hub, and we'll get all that information to you. No problem. With that being said, you guys, we also won't say no to a donation. That's right. We do take them. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And you guys, if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits as well. So yeah, feed a starving comedian. You can do it. That's right. You can do it. And let's see. Whoops. Buttons are hard. I just woke up, you guys. I am not at full capacity. We're still gonna make it happen, though. We're still gonna make it happen. The very last thing that we ask for everyone to do, the most important thing, is enjoy the show. Because you guys, it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right. I think that's enough of, the beginning. Let's get to the show. You guys ready for some comedy? Are we ready to go?
Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, Dennis is ready, and I think that's all that matters here, you guys. Dennis is good to go. Let's make it happen. Twitch is ready to go. All right, you guys. Woo! Woo, indeed. Jackie's ready to go. We're ready to go here in the Zoom room. So let's get this started. You guys, we have a great comedian for you. Been here before. Love him every time. You guys give it up for the amazing Stan Louis.
Hey, hi everybody. I am coming to you live from the Marquee Hotel and Theater in Times Square, the butthole of New York City. I hate it here. This place sucks. I was on the train and I decided, why not bring some of New York to you guys? I apologize if I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I performed because I've been too busy getting married. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got married 3 weeks ago. It's been. My wife is here. She's supportive. She's making sure nobody robs me and my chicken. I did get Raisin Canes. Thank you. Yeah. Secured the bag. So, yeah, we got married. People keep asking me, like, people keep asking us, like, what's it feel like being married? And, like, what's it feel like being, like, it feels the same. We've lived together for, like, 2 years. It feels the exact same, except now I get to wear jewelry. It's cool. Now legally, she can have all my stuff. So if she wants my Xbox, it's hers. She can have my Xbox, half of my PS5, actually the whole thing, because she bought it for me. That was a nice wedding gift. She can have the whole thing. No, it's all the same. Like, the wedding was cool. It's fun getting married, especially when you're interracial. I think it's great. Interracial, like we didn't know what to expect, obviously, and it worked out great. Nobody said anything racist that I know of. It was fantastic. My coming from a very conservative Haitian family, I was kind of concerned how my mom and my aunts and my uncle were gonna deal with all of the gays. But listen, Bobby's coming for dinner. They love him. He's like he's invited. It was a good time. We celebrated. It was a fun time. And then now we just get to hang out and do the things that we were doing before we spent $25,000. so that's cool. One difference that I noticed is, like, my family is like, now that we're married, it's like, okay, when you guys having kids, when you guys gonna have kids? And I'm like, it's very ironic how much you guys want kids, considering you did a terrible job with me. Like, I'm fine now, but I'm in therapy, thank God. We're looking at houses now. We're looking at, we should, get some more space. I'll be 40 in 13 days. So, it's time to start thinking about, getting more space and having kids. We're looking in, upper, New York and Westchester and New Jersey, definitely not Long Island. I'm not doing that. But, like, we're looking around. So my wife is from Ohio originally, and that's an option for us. Ohio's nice, especially Columbus, where she's from. We visited a few times, and I was looking at houses out there, and, like, listen, you can get a lot for your money in a place like that. We saw a 3-bedroom condo for $600 a month. And I almost moved right on the spot. I was like, you know what? Fuck everything else. I'm in. But then she was like, what about your dreams of, being in New York and being a stand-up comedian? You're born and raised in New York. And what about your dreams? And I was like, what is a dream deferred, if not a 3-bedroom condo for $600? Like, New York, this isn't the same in New York I grew up in. Like, New York in the 90s was gritty and, like, it had personality. And now, even, like, the crackheads have been gentrified. Like, it's just not the same. It's not the same crack. It's different crack. I don't know. I've never tried crack, but I feel like there's something in the air that's different. Like, Times Square, when I was growing up, you didn't hang out in Times Square. When I was in high school and college, like, we didn't hang, I had friends from all over New York. I was from Queens. My best friend was from Brooklyn. We had a friend from the Bronx. And we all kind of, like, we would meet in Times Square and then go somewhere else because it was a central area. Now you have these, like Times Square Elmos and the Naked Cowboy, and, like, this is, I hate it. It's become so, listen, I know I don't like to talk politics, but we got to make New York dangerous again. We got to make New York dangerous again. It's too safe. It's too safe. And people, they get on and off the train and they're not paying attention. They play their music without headphones and they're rude. And like, I thought we were the rude ones. We were supposed to be the rude ones. I'm the one that's supposed to be like, hey, I'm walking here. Now these transplants come here and they think they run the city. And I don't like it. So as I'm going to run for mayor, and part of my platform is I'm going to rob everybody. Once a week, I'm just going to pick a random tourist. I'm going to rob them, and I'm going to take all their stuff. And then, like, you know, I'm going to give it back. You know, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. What else did I talk about? What else did I have? Oh, yeah, the bus. I hate the bus. The bus here. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if anybody likes the bus. Like, a lot of times I'll do this bit, and, like, there's always someone who's not from New York that enjoys the bus. And I can tell they're not from here because they enjoy the bus. Nobody likes the bus. You ever get on the bus and like you're in traffic and like you just like you can't go and you can only go as far as traffic will let you go. Like here's the thing. I've read a lot of takes about the bus. It's been a while since I did this bit. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Here's the thing about the bus. Everybody on the bus is crazy. You ever been on the bus? Like, the bus just feels poor, right? Doesn't the bus just feel poor? Like, the subway, I love the subway because everybody's dirt. We're all garbage people on the subway. But on the bus, it's a special kind of dirt. You know what the problem with the bus is? People can see inside. They see inside and they know that they're better than from outside. Like, I got jumped on the bus once in high school. I got beat up on the Q76 in Queens. I got beat up in the back of the bus, and I just went to the front of the bus because I didn't know the next bus was coming. They say there's a schedule, but I've never seen it. I like it's the worst. I can't stand the bus. Like one time I was on the bus. I was going home from school, and we're at a red light, and a guy in a convertible pulls up on the left. I was sitting by the window. He looked up and he saw me, and he started laughing. And he just drove off right through a red light just because he could. You know, like that's freedom. I hate the bus so much. I hate there's certain things about New York that I've just outgrown. I've outgrown just the subway performers. I've outgrown. I have no patience for people. Like, I'm the guy when people go back to Idaho and they're like, New Yorkers are so rude. It's me. I'm that dude. I'm the one that was yelling at them to get out of the way because they stand in the corner. They don't know where to go. They look me up. Here's the thing. Can I ask a serious question? No, you don't have to answer because it's rhetorical. What is it about M&Ms at the M&M store? What is it about those M&Ms? You can get M&Ms anywhere. You can go to Rite Aid. Go to Rite Aid. Go to Walgreens. They have M&Ms everywhere. But for some reason, people come here and go to the M&M store and pay so much money for M&Ms. You don't have to do that. These are the platforms I'm running. I'm as mayor of New York. I'm going to run on a strict no M&M policy. We're getting out of the M&M game. All right. Next joke. Okay. I don't like to get political. I'm obviously, you know, I shouldn't say obviously. There's a lot. Nobody knows anymore. I remember back in the day, you get like you could ask somebody anything about their lives and they'll tell you, but you ask them who they're voting for, like, don't ask me that. Like we need to go back to that. I wish I didn't know people's political affiliations. Like Papa John. The fact that I know Papa John is a Republican, why do I know that? I don't need to know that. Just make pizza or whatever it is he does now. You know, Papa John had to go to rehab. Did you guys know that? Papa John had to go to rehab. You'll never guess why, but I'll tell you anyway. Papa John had to go to rehab for racism. Apparently, Papa John had to go to rehab because he couldn't stop saying the N-word. Couldn't stop saying it.
Oh.
Like, he'd be in meetings, he would just say it. And then he checked himself into rehab, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about that. Like, what do y'all think nigga rehab was like? Like, do you think they did daily affirmations? You think they woke up every day? They woke up, they're like, Lord, grant me the serenity not to use the N-word and the courage to use other slurs and the wisdom to know that if I say it, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. And then like later on, he's like watching basketball or something, and his team loses, and he's like, these niggas is terrible. And then he's got to trick himself back into N-word rehab. He's got to check it. Like there should be a word, there should be a name for N-word rehab. It should be, how like there's the Betty Ford Clinic for like alcoholics. There should be like the Richard Pryor Center for niggas that can't stop saying nigga. Like it should be. He checked himself back in. Like this is. Like it's so crazy to me that like he gave up his pizza empire to be racist. Like the thing about because of that I haven't had Papa John's. I'm a Domino's man. I mean I'm in New York, so I can get good pizza everywhere. But like, think about Domino's. Okay, this is a good little tangent. Don't get high and order Domino's. Never do that. I don't get high anymore. If anything, I do an edible here and there. But like, you ever been too high? This is the highest I've ever been. Not right now, but like one time I took an edible, right? And it took like 45 minutes to kick in. And then I ordered Domino's. But I was like, it was like 5 minutes from my mom's house. So I walked over to Domino's. I sat down and I ordered Domino's, and I realized right away that I was like, oh man, I ordered delivery while I was inside the Domino's. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back home and wait for my Domino's. So I get home, 20 minutes goes by, Domino's shows up at the door, and it's one of the guys that had been inside Domino's when I was there. And he looked at me like he had seen me before because he had just seen me. And he goes, hey man, real quick, were you just at Domino's? And I was like, nah, man, we don't all look alike. And I slammed it on his face. That's how you get out of that. Like, it's funny too because I talk about a lot of I talk about race and politics in my act, and I don't think someone once said that I'm racist because of the way I talk about certain things. I'm like, I'm not racist. I don't think I can be racist. I don't have it in me because I like everybody. Like I don't hate other races because food is the common denominator that brings us all together. Like I don't hate Israelis. I've had baba ganoush. It's delicious. Like how can I hate you? I can't hate the Lebanese. I've had tabbouleh. I've had branzino. Like I love Italians. They're like if I can judge you by your food, that's how that's my gauge. But like one thing that brings cultures together too is like language. And being a native New Yorker, I don't think that I have it in me. I'm surrounded by everybody, and like you just encounter all types of people. For instance, I used to work for a nonprofit called Computers for Youth. And essentially, they would send me to low-income areas, and I would teach third graders how to use a computer, and then they get to keep that computer. It was their first computer, and it was a really nice thing to do. And I was really proud of that. One time, they sent me to a part of Brooklyn where it's all Mandarin speakers, so they gave me a translator, right? So at some point, he taught me how to say, "Hello, my name is Stanley," and I was like, "Ni hao, wo Jen Stanley," and it was cool, and I'm getting to know these people, and they get to know me. And so at some point, I'm telling these kids, hey, there's 3 forms that you have to fill out. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a word in Mandarin that sounds a lot like the N-word. It means this one or that one or it's like a filler word, right? They just throw it around just because, no malice behind it. But I didn't know this at the time. So at this point, I'm telling these kids, hey, there's 3 forms you have to fill out. There's Form A, Form B, and Form C. And then the translator comes out of nowhere. He's like, nigga A, nigga B, nigga C. And I had that same reaction. So I was like, all right, let me just power through this. So afterwards, I'm like, hey, I don't want to tell you how to do your job. But you can't just say that like that. You can't just throw that word around. Also, not to be a snitch, but I know I'm nigga A. Um, I haven't seen niggas B or C all day, so I don't know who you got to call. Guys, you guys have been amazing. I appreciate the time. Keep it going for everybody else who's seen tonight.
Give it up for Stan to Louie, everybody. That was fantastic. Let me see. Buttons. There we are. Buttons are hard tonight. You guys, thank you so much for being here. That was awesome.
Yo,
Thank
what's
you
up,
for
guys? It's
everyone.
E from
I guess I
Bonehead.
stopped. I
Hey
didn't realize I
everyone,
was
it's E
streaming
from
out to two
Bonehead,
different
back with
channels at the
another
beginning.
video.
I
And
stopped.
today I'm going to go through the three.
That's right. I was streaming to both Comedy Hub and my gaming channel, Annie and Jay Die a Lot. Oops. It happens. It happens, you guys. Stan, that was fantastic. Congratulations on getting married. Oh my God, that's fantastic. There's been a lot of weddings this summer, and I've really enjoyed. I've had a lot of friends this year get married that have been together for years, and this it was just like a let's just make it official kind of thing. And I love those kind of weddings because they're very chill. I like them a lot. Yeah. All right, you guys. Let's keep this show going. Let's keep on cruising right through it. I'm down. You guys, our next comedian. Oh wait, no, I have to tell you guys about the donation board first. Oh, let's get into it. You guys, here we go. The donation board. Dun dun dun. New month, which means we're starting fresh, kids. And like I said, I started off this hour. I'm still there. I'm very sleepy, very sleepy. Was almost very late to the show. So you guys, tonight's theme is sleeping cats. That's right. We're doing sleeping cats. So we're gonna give a big shout out to William Reynolds dropping $15 on the board. William, thank you so much for every donation we get tonight. We will go ahead. We will attach your name to a sleeping cat. If you're not a cat person, just leave me a message in the chat, and we'll attach you to a dog or the animal of your choice. But it will be sleeping. Oh yes, William, thank you so much. And you guys, it's pretty easy if you do want to get your name up there next to a sleeping animal. We take Venmo at ko-comedy. We also take PayPal, ko-comedyshows at gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And whoops, wrong button again. Man, I almost feel like I'm drunk, but I haven't had a drink in like a week, so I'm definitely not. I'm just tired. All right. And Abigail, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. I'm going to tell you guys all about Abigail Hydrangea Brown's donation after our next comedian. But while I've got you guys here, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do it. I'm going to promote some future shows. Let's get into it. Let's go right now, you guys. Woo! This Sunday, Casey McNeil will be here. He's got a crackerjack group of people. Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Go, come, join us. Also, right after this show, you guys, this is very important because it's a Zoom exclusive. But you guys, it is going down. The after party with Sarah Green and Lorna Batters. You guys, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. So everyone's invited. The best way you can go to these shows is by going and signing up for the email. That's right. Go to ko-comedy.com, sign up for the email. You will receive the links to all of our shows. And oh, you guys, this just in. Next Friday, we are having a very special KO Friday. That's right. The Comedy Olympics is coming back to KO Comedy. It's going down. Josh Filipowski will be here next week. He's got a whole bunch of games set up to go. So come on through. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, everybody's invited. Everybody. And I think I've said enough words for the moment. Let's get back to some comedy. We'll get back to the professionals. Let's go. You guys, he is an amazing comedian right out of Boston. Sometimes hosts our Sunday night shows. He's going to be hanging out with us next Friday. You guys, give it up to the always amazing, you guys, it's Dennis Maller. Let's go.
Woo! Yay! It's me. Hello, everybody. I love, by the way, Casey's show on Sunday. Casey's a friend of mine, so please see the show on Sunday. He's got an amazing lineup of comedians. I do like how Annie referred to his show as a Cracker Jack because he's an old cracker. So I love it. Let's do that. Let's talk about this. I love. I know Stan's left, but let's give him another round of applause real quick because I love a man that has strong opinions about M&Ms that aren't what clothes the green M&M are wearing. I love it. It's great. By the way, he was talking about how the Papa John guys had to go to rehab for saying the N-word, for yelling racial slurs. By the way, do you know who they replaced him with as CEO? Does anybody know? Shaquille O'Neal. We got rid of Papa John for saying the N-word and we replaced him with Shaq. You know why? Because if he said the N-word again, this 7', 13" black guy is going to take care of you. That's why. Say it again. I dare you, Papa John. I dare you. I wanted to be friends with Stan, but he said he loves Domino's. Domino's is it's cardboard with ketchup on it. It's terrible pizza. Like, their pizza's so bad, they admitted their pizza was bad and then didn't do shit about it. They're like, we're going to add garlic sauce to our cardboard. That's basically what they did. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. I do buy I hate Domino's pizzas, but I do buy it. I did in my 20s buy a lot of Domino's pizza because there was one right across the street from the bar I used to hang out at. And so what I would do is, because I am a responsible individual, I would go across the street, order a pizza for delivery, and then have the delivery guy drive me home with the pizza. He was my Domino's designated driver, DDD. Thank you so much. By the way, yeah, I am. I just want to point out, Annie said I am coming from Boston. I live in Boston. I'm not from Boston. I'm originally from Baltimore. I know that's not better, but I don't want people to think I'm in Boston. This is welcome to my beautiful podcast studio here in Boston, Massachusetts. Isn't it nice? It's great. It's wonderful. All right. Here's the thing. I just got to be careful what's behind me when I do comedy, because in real life, when you do comedy at certain places, sometimes you do comedy at like a VFW hall, or you do comedy at like a Knights of Columbus, or sometimes for some reason, some places just seem to have a giant American flag against the backdrop of the stage. Yeah. And I'm always worried about doing comedy in front of an American flag, because if you see me standing in front of an American flag, shouting into a microphone with this haircut. Yeah, I look like Breitbart stock photos, don't I? I look like I have a picture of an ear that was grazed by a bullet sitting on top of an altar that I worship every day, don't I? I look like a background actor from American History X. I look like if I told Stan to, hey, let's have pizza together, he would think it was a threat. All I'm trying to say is that every waking moment, I just want people to understand that this is a genetic defect and not a political statement. In addition to being a comedian, my day job is I am a volunteer book reader at Boston Public Schools. So yes, every week I go to Boston Public Schools and I read stories to second graders because I have a third grade reading level. I'm not a hero. I'm barely literate. That's really what it is. Which is, by the way, I understand. You're like, Dennis, you work at children's schools despite the fact that I have resting mass shooter face. Yeah. I know that I'm not allowed to own trench coats anymore. That's thank you Colorado for that one. Colorado high schools in 1999. Thanks for making sure a guy like me never gets to wear a trench coat ever again in his life. So I love this job. I really do. When the first time I showed up to this job, reading books to second graders, I came in there to the reading area, and all the kids came rushing up to the reading area, and they sat down all nice and neat, all organized in rows and columns, all crisscross applesauce, which I found out is the only way to refer to that sitting style now. And I looked at the teacher, I'm like, oh my God, these kids are so well behaved. And I'm like, she goes, well behaved. They have assigned seats. I was like, assigned seats for story time? Sounds like fascism to me. And then 5 minutes later, when they wouldn't shut up and pay attention, I'm like, these little fuckers need rules. They need discipline. I get it now. I'd ask one of the kids to be quiet. I'd be like, excuse me, Gareth, I need you to sit down, pay attention, and be quiet so the other kids can hear the story. And he goes, my name's Kyle. That's Gareth. And now I've lost all control of the classroom because I can't read the seating chart as well as they can. From that moment on, every day became Lord of the Flies, and I was Piggy. So nobody here has passed 6th grade English? Okay, cool. Good. Got it. No, I get it. Look, it's hard to like laugh at me now. I've lost like a bunch of weight, and so now I don't look like somebody would call themselves. I get it. Piggy was called Pig. All right, they picked on him. Okay, all right. It's not a weight thing. Like, I get it. Look, I've lost 70 pounds. Okay, I understand this joke doesn't work for me anymore, but I did gain back 20. So let's get on the program. Okay, I'm okay with it. I didn't lose the weight as much as I just misplaced it for a little bit. Like, honestly, I might as well have just put one of those little tags that you put on dogs on my weight that I lost, because it's gonna get returned to me pretty soon. Don't worry about that. But so I was reading stories to the kids, and I really enjoyed that job. Because I got to choose whatever I wanted to read to the kids. I did not have an approved reading list. I didn't have a banned list of books. I did not have to stay to a certain section of the library. I could choose whatever I wanted to read to the kids. And one day I was walking around the Boston Public Library in the children's section, and I saw a book about Hercules, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. I asked the child librarian, is this book appropriate for 2nd graders? And she goes, I don't know, and then walked away. Yo, this is not appropriate for 2nd graders. Oh my God, guys, I made a terrible decision. Oh, this book, I should have pre-read the book. I don't pre-read, okay? I better read while I'm reading, okay? Does anybody else do that? Your eyes just scan the words and your brain goes somewhere else? Yeah, that's me. Out loud, when I'm reading out loud. That's just my eyes going, and then I start making up a different story. I'm terrible at reading, but... So this book was inappropriate for 2 reasons. First reason is the book was written in the first person, which is very confusing for 2nd graders because it's all me, my, I, everything like that. And that's very confusing for 2nd graders because they can tell that I'm not Hercules because they have eyes. And I'm going to apologize for the words I'm about to say on the internet, but understand they are written on the first page of a children's book found in the children's section of the Boston Comedy Library, the oldest library system in America and the 2nd largest library. And those words are, hi, my name's Hercules, and my father Zeus raped my mother. Jesus Christ. Like, you know he turned into a swan and did that, right? Like, Zeus turned into a swan and then had sex with a woman as a swan. Like, you know that's a thing that people did. They're like, yes, that's my God. Like, you think MAGA idiots are delusional? These guys believe the guy turned into a swan and impregnated a woman. That happened in Greece, okay? The second sentence, it gets worse, guys. By the way, it gets worse. His wife, Hera, great, now I gotta explain to these kids divorce. Perfect. Sent 2 snakes to kill me in the crib, but I killed them instead! It's literally a picture of Hercules holding 2 dead snakes with X's for eyes as a baby in his crib. Yeah. The only thing more inappropriate at this moment was if I just read them, Mr. Lincoln goes to the theater. By the way, I love how there's more people who are that passed 4th grade history than they did. Say, okay, all right. So, here's the all right. Here's the thing. I am a comedian. I am an actor. I am a writer. One thing I am not is a quitter. All right. I am definitely not a quitter by the amount of failed suicide attempts that I've performed. Okay. So don't. All right. Ooh. I'm sorry. Did you guys not like that one? Okay. All right. Hey, Annie, can you do me a favor? Can you bring the lights up on this Zoom? I made it too dark. I'm not going to give up on this book. I think there's a lot of really good stories from Greek mythology. A lot of good lessons to be learned. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read book, and on the fly, I will change the naughty words because I'm smart and I'm brilliant and I'm an improviser, right? I can do this. Bam. Knocking it out of the park, guys. Halfway through the book, I get to the word kill. I'm like, ooh, I know what to do. I'm going to change that word to vanquish. Yeah. And then one of the kids stood up and goes, Mr. Dennis, what does vanquish mean? And I realized I'm the only one in the room who knows what vanquish means because I'm the only one who's been playing Dungeons and Dragons from age 13 till today. So I have to explain to the kids what vanquish means, and I'm like, oh no, it means to defeat. And with no irony in his face whatsoever, this kid looks at me and just goes, "You mean like these feet?" I'm like, "Put your shoes back on, Kyle." Kyle is the bane of my existence, you guys. Whenever I go there, every class has a Kyle. Every year, every semester, every school year has a Kyle in the class. And I don't mean literally by name. Like, you guys had Kyles growing up in your classes. And I do not mean by name. Although there's a lot of white people here because Stan left. So you all might have had actual Kyles. But Kyle is like the rambunctious kid. He's the energetic kid. Kyle is the smart aleck. He's the one that's always got something smart to say. Like, every book I read to the kids, Kyle would stand like, Mr. Dennis, I already read this book before. I'm like, great, Kyle, don't spoil the red wedding for anyone, okay? More people have a max password than they did passing 6th grade history? Okay, cool. All right, I got it. Here's the thing. If you guys are thinking about who your Kyle was, you might be nostalgic about who your Kyle was growing up. You're like, oh my God, Kyle did so many crazy things. And if you can't think of who your Kyle was, congratulations. You were Kyle. Guys, I was Kyle growing up. Yeah, now I started remembering all the terrible things I did to my teachers growing up. Dude, do you guys know I gave my creative writing teacher an aneurysm?
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know what you have to do to be able to break the brain of a poet? Here's the thing. Here's what I did. All right. So I of course, I carried tools with me to school because I'm a fucking maniac. But what you do is if you take a screwdriver, right? Preferably a Phillips head, which is the pointy one. You go to a door that's closed. Go on the outside of that door where the hinges are. Take the screwdriver, put it underneath the hinges, and then push up. And a little pin will pop out. And if you do that to all 3 of the hinges and you keep those pinned but keep the door closed, it will stay there until you open the door. And that's what happened to my creative writing teacher. And that door hit the ground. It went bang. Her head went, and then we never saw her again.
Oh.
Guys, I sent my woodshop teacher to rehab. Do you know what I did? Here's what I did. All right, this is epic pranking right here. Every day for a month, I woke up an hour early for school. I walked to school an hour before the bus was supposed to pick me up. I climbed up a fence to the roof of my school an hour before the school opened, shimmied across the roof to a door to the theater department that only I knew the lock was broken to. I would break into the school, climb across the catwalks, down the spiral steps, into the theater, across the school, avoiding the janitors, and then use my school ID to jimmy the lock open to my homeroom class. And every morning, an hour before school even started, I would write the lyrics to different Sublime songs on the chalkboard. After 30 days, he just walked in, trembling, and just went, "Who keeps writing? It doesn't pay to be drunk and horny on the board." In my defense, he had a drinking problem before he met me. So, do you want to know what I did to get kicked out of Catholic school as a 2nd grader? I made a nun so mad in the 1990s that actually it was 1990. In 1990, I made a nurse so mad that she slapped me in the face because I would not stop singing the lyrics to Fiddler on the Roof during class. You guys, I'm a monster, okay? However, every once in a while, I do have a Kyle in my class that is a girl. And I will be honest, I'm sorry if this sounds patriarchal, but dealing with a girl Kyle is so much easier. You guys, I don't know if it's the pigtails or what it is, but it's more adorable. Like one of the girl Kyles, I'm not gonna lie, had a crush on me. An 8-year-old had a crush. It happens. You know who my first crush was at 8 years old? Annie Potts from Ghostbusters. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always had a thing for redheads and Jens. I don't know what the thing is. It's anyone named Jen and most people with red hair. That's basically a Jen with red hair. I'm gonna marry them. I haven't met them yet, but I will marry them. One of the kids this is how I found out she had a crush. Is what does my camera keep moving? Because I watched Comedy Hub and feel like okay. Hey, sorry, I'm getting distracted, guys. I'm looking at 17 versions of myself right now. You don't understand. I have 2 cameras on Zoom, 2 spots on Zoom. That is me. My own camera has its own thing. I'm looking at Comedy Hub, and then I got a double screen over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I literally have 5 versions of myself. I'm looking at right now. I'm a fucking narcissist. I'm insane. All right. This is why I'm in a fucking bunker on Zoom at 11 o'clock at night Eastern Daylight Time because I need this. Okay, please, you guys, help me. I need this. Okay. One of the kids ratted out Girl Kyle to me. They're like, Mr. Dennis, Girl Kyle writes your name in her notebook. I'm like, oh, come on, dude, don't. Shut up. Don't do that. That's not cool, man. And then one day I walked past and I saw her little notebook and she had been writing any show of hands or make some noise. Did anybody hear when you had a crush, right? You're like your married name, like, Sarah, Greg and Sarah Green or something like that. Did you ever do that, Sarah? Like, or Greg, did you ever do that? Like Greg and Jackie Collins or something like that. You ever do that? Yeah. All right. She did that, but she's still a second grader, so she doesn't understand what maiden names are, because she wrote it out as Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Dennis. So it was.
Oh.
By the way, you might be wondering, Dennis, if you you really talk openly about your kids. This is very uncomfortable. Like, are you ever worried that one of the parents of the kids are going to come to your comedy shows and see your routine and get you fired? I'm like, no, I'm not worried about that anymore because it already happened.
Oh no.
Look, here's the thing. You can't get fired from a volunteer job. All they can do is politely ask you not to come back and have the police escort you out. That's all they can do. Fired. That's voluntarily exiting on your own accord with help from the police. That's what that is. Okay. I've been Dead Air Dennis Mallow. Thank you guys so much for supporting Boston or for KO Comedy. And please follow everybody on social media. And if you would like, by the way, I sell a t-shirt on my website, deadairdennis.com, that says I was the only one in the room who knew what Vanquish meant. For all my D&D fans, you can buy that shirt at deadairdennis.com. Click on store, I think it says. I don't know. You'll find it. You're all smart and beautiful people. Thank you so much. By the way, I just want to point out, all the money, if you guys buy any merch from my website, 100% of the proceeds from the sales of my website for all my merch go to my copay for Zoloft. So...
Yes. Guys, give it up for Dennis Mallard. Don't forget to follow him at Dead Air Dennis. Get that merch, kids. Get that merch. You're going to help Dennis pay for his Zoloft. It's a good cause. It's a very good cause. That was fantastic, Dennis. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you for also reaffirming why I made a choice not to have children. I love not being a parent or a teacher or anything like that. Every day I wake up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. A fun fact, I was the oldest of 7 kids. I knew by the time I was 12, I never wanted to have one. It's not happening. I'm not the person for that. I like my friends' kids. Everybody else kids, I don't get. It's fine. They like me though. So that's cool. All right, you guys. Yes, while Dennis was telling us about what goes on with his daily life in a comedic fashion, we got a couple donations. I'm going to tell you guys about them because I promised that I would. So I will. Let's get to the board. All right, you guys. Like I said, sleeping cats, right? Because I'm very sleepy. That's the theme tonight. And listen, you know what? You can always remain anonymous like Cat Anonymous did with $10 on the board. Thank you so much, Cat Anonymous. We appreciate you. We're going to put you right down there. Oh, we got 2 sleeping kitties. But I also said you don't have to have a cat. Not everybody is a cat person. I said we can do a dog. We can do whatever animal you asked. Abigail Hydrangea Brown heard the call, answered the call, said, I want to be on a sleeping frog. We made it happen. Abigail Hydrangea Brown, there's your name, attached to a sleeping frog. Let's go. I had never even considered a picture of a sleeping frog before. That is adorable. Oh my God. The end. I need a frog in my life now. That's that. So yeah, you guys, super fun so far. We still have another amazing comedian. If you want your own name on the board with something really cute that's sleeping, or even something that's not so cute, there are not so cute animals out there. If you want your name attached to an aardvark, that can happen. It's pretty easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal. That's a whole other thing. KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits as well. We do. And as you can see, we're going to put your name on a board. If you want to stay anonymous, just leave me a message when you leave that donation, and we'll keep your identity secret. Oh yeah, we'll do it right here. Let's see, you guys. And Dennis is saying he submits that future donations be made to the picture of your sleeping dog who is named Sister. Dennis, send me a picture of Sister. If we can get one more person, we're gonna get Sister up on the board, you guys. It'll happen. And even if we don't, Dennis, send me that picture. We'll show everybody a picture of Sister sleeping. Let's go. Let's go. We are very pro pets here. Very pro pets. That's right. We like them here. And yeah, you guys, we have, while I've got you here, we got some really awesome shows coming up this week. For instance, Casey McNeil, he is hosting KO Sunday. That's right. He's back this Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got the Comedy Olympics taking over KO Friday next weekend with Josh Filipowski. You guys, we have a special on Tuesday. That's right. Sammy Desenauer. This month it is called, I got to look at it again because I don't have it in front of me and my brain is not working tonight. We've got Sammy can't keep up with the hour. I can't either, clearly. But yeah, that's going down Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up in the future. And if you want to come be a part of it, you can. If you want to be part of the Zoom room, just go to kocomedy.com, sign up for the email. You will receive the links to all of our shows, both Zoom exclusives and non. By the way, after this show, we do have the after party, a Zoom exclusive. So definitely go get your links so you can come hang out with us and have some fun. Let's see. Oh, we also take, did I say this? PayPal. I just got lost. I need sleep. You guys, I was up till 7 this morning.
We want Sleeping Annie. We want a picture of Sleeping Annie. Yay! Put money on her.
Oh, all right. We can do this. We still got this. I'm going to make it happen. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, we take those bits too. I think I've said all the things I need to say. Let's get to someone who's more awake than me and is an absolute gem. You guys, we have one more amazing comedian for you tonight. And you can usually see her every Saturday right here. She's gone until August
24th, I think.
24th. But she'll be back then. You guys, she's absolutely amazing. Give it up for the amazing, the beautiful, the wonderful. You guys, it's Jackie Monahan.
Beautiful and wonderful. We want a picture of Annie sleeping. Gonna have some water right about now. Oh, it looks like I have to put my mouth to the water. Okay. Hi, everybody. What's up, Windbags? Sorry, what's up, Windbags is my new opener. People either like it or they don't. I think it's really funny to yell at the audience, what's up, Windbags, when I'm the one who's the windbag in this scenario. I'm a little bit sad. I had to let go of my emotional support friends with benefits.
Aww.
Sucks. But I do have a service dog, a bottle service dog. I actually don't. I'm sober. What the fuck? Who does that? Why would somebody? Well, you're sober and you're still doing Zoom comedy? Yes. Yes. I sure am. Oh my God. Piggy on the stick. Piggy on the stick. They put Piggy on the stick. And I always want to say Lost Boys, but it's Lord of the Flies. They put Piggy on the stick. It's dramatic, Lord of the Flies, you guys. I felt like something recently also reminded me of Lord of the Flies. Oh, never mind. Okay, I quit. That will remain in my head and not coming out of my lips. Lord of the Flies. Woo, woo. Okay, back to the board and sleeping. We want sleeping Annie on the board. Sleeping Annie. That's what you are. Okay. Annie, make sure you take a picture of yourself sleeping or have Jay do it. We need a picture of you sleeping on the board. Come on. Okay. Come on. Don't sleep during my set, though. You could take a little nap, but not go to sleep. You could take a nap during my set. Has anybody here read this motherfucking book?
No.
Oh my God. So my ex came to visit and had the book and gave it to me. And she's like, I'm not telling you anything that's about, just read it. And I was like, this bitch thinks I still read. And I couldn't put it down. I read it in 2 days. This is a big book, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been trying to read. I got another friend gave me a book, and I'm on page 80 of that. But it's taken me since I went to Key West, the beginning of June, to read the other book. And the other book is a biography about a comedian. So you would think I would read it really fast, and it's good, but nothing compares to this book. I don't think there's a book that you can read faster than this one, unless you get disturbed easily. But I wasn't told what it was about, and man, did it hook me in. It hooked me in. And I mean, can I do spoiler alerts?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Spoiler.
But you guys, you really should be saying no and read the book, because I'm going to ruin it for you. But I will ruin it. Thank you. Okay, so it's about a woman who tortures her children and like really tortures them, like has them go outside in the middle of the night, wakes them up from a sound sleep to go outside naked, has her husband spray them with a hose. It's a true story. This is a true story. And makes them wallow in the mud for hours.
Jesus.
Like, my mother is a saint compared to this one. It's really helped me forgive my mother. And so then she abused all of the girls. She had 3 girls. She abused all of them. And a nephew came to live with them. True story, remember. And she started really abusing him. She would make her daughter and the nephew dance naked. She wouldn't do anything sexual, but she would make them all be naked. Oh, and then she tied him up and he was all tied up in front of everybody. And she put Bengay on his penis.
Oh no.
It's awful, awful. So it gets worse, you guys, worse. She has 2 people move in, and she slowly kills them. They're dead. And slowly kills them, humiliating them. And nobody understands how they stayed. And she kills the nephew. And she kills somebody else and gets there so that they'll leave. She gets him to leave her all his stuff and then kills him too. So a total of 4 people she kills. 3 of the people that she kills, her husband doesn't help her kill them. Oh, her husband killed the nephew, but the husband helps her dispose of them all. So nobody will read the book, and I want everybody to read it because it's just like so insane. So I'm tricking people and saying, if you want to believe in love again, if you want to,
Oh, no.
this guy doesn't leave her. Like, this guy does not leave her. He helps her through the whole book. He doesn't question her. He just works and sends her money. She convinces him that these people are going to destroy the family and she needs to keep the family together and that the kids need to be punished. And guess what? On top of it all, you guys, after I read the book, I researched them all. The guy's good looking and tall. The guy is tall and good looking and stays with this fucking psychopath. Like, all my friends are going crazy that they can't find a good man. Here he is. Here he is.
No.
He didn't want to kill these people. He's not a murderer. He just is a good husband. So if you want to believe in love again, if you tell,
No.
I'm tricking everybody. I'm just like on Facebook. The love is real, everybody. You got to read this because I want to start a book club and read it. Everybody read it. Okay. Enough of that. But I cannot watch murder. I read this, I think because it was a woman murdering everybody for the most part. Like, people were just doing her bidding. Nobody else was a murderer. But guess what else? Guess what else, you guys? She's free. She killed 4 people and she's free. She spent 22 years in jail. That's it.
Wow.
He spent 15 years in jail. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Anyway, I can't watch TV shows about murder because I live alone. But I think if a woman's killing people, it's fine.
It's fine. Oh, no.
If a man is killing women, I can't watch it. Like, I just can't. Because I'm too scared that somebody will come in and kill me. I could watch them all day long when I was married or in a relationship. I could sit there and watch it till the cows came home, moo. But no, I cannot watch it by myself. I just can't. I did watch the Cecil Hotel by myself. I felt like, all right, so the Cecil Hotel has 4 episodes. And the 3rd episode is scary as shit. It's so scary. I was just like, oh my God. But then the 4th, it wasn't as scary. But I felt like so liberated after I watched the Cecil by myself, the Cecil Hotel. Because it's a haunted hotel where, oh my God, it's a whole bait and switch. It's a hotel that is right on Skid Row. Skid Row is, for people that don't know, is an area in LA that has 8,000 homeless people there. The drug dealings, like if somebody dies there, the cops don't come in. They have them taken out. Like it's like everything goes there. So the building is a block from there. And they do a whole bait and switch. It was always like a place where it's like a place where you can stay there all week or all month or the rest of your life and pay a cheap rate. And so it was always like a place like that. And then at some point they split it in half and made a separate entrance and called it a hotel. But the elevators are still go up to the top floors where Richard Ramirez lived, a serial killer, and there was another serial killer that lived there. There were other serial killers, but there were 2 famous serial killers that lived there. And there's definitely serial killers living there now. But people get this bait and switch. Like, they come from other countries and it's like, come to the Cecil Hotel, historic Cecil Hotel. And these poor people are in the elevator with murderers. A block, not a block, I'm sorry. Across the street is Skid Row. I mean, it's one of the most dangerous places in the world. And people just go there. People from other countries are just like, oh, this looks like a good hotel. And they go there. Like, it's so not, they should burn it to the ground. They really should. It's not cool. One woman went there, 21-year-old. They found her dead on the roof in one of those water tanks. And she was in there for a long time. And this other couple that came from another country, nobody from that knows what the Cecil Hotel would ever go there to that hotel. Never. Only someone from other countries. So all people from other countries come here and think that this is what life is like in America at the Cecil Hotel. and they see Skid Row and they're like, oh, this is America. And so this woman came, I forget where she came from, but another country. And then she somehow ended up in the pool, on the roof, not the pool, the water tank. And then another couple from another country were drinking the water out of the faucet. Who would ever do that? But they were, probably because in their country you can. And they were like, all of a sudden it tastes really weird. They were drinking the decomposing body of the girl upstairs. That's how they found her. Do you believe it? That place should be burnt to the ground. Admit it. But I'm a solution-based comic, and I feel like Bill Cosby should have to live there. Just 1 minute. I'm getting my...
This break was brought to you by Jackie Monahan and the Cecil Hotel. Cecil Hotel, where you can stay for as long as you want. The Cecil Hotel. Sounds like the Happiness Hotel from Muppets. I forget which movie. There's a Muppet movie. Welcome back, Jackie.
Thank you. You can stay as long as you want. You really can. But this is the thing. I talk a lot of shit, but I want to go there. But nobody I know will go with me. But I still teach comedy, but I used to teach comedy to a woman who lived there not once, but twice. When she first moved to LA from Boise, Idaho, she was tricked into living at the Cecil Hotel. And then she got out and fucking motherfucker went back. She went back because she couldn't beat the price. It was so cheap. But now I'll have you know, she's doing comedy, making a lot of money, thanks to Umar. And she got married and lives in a house, a beautiful, beautiful house, and has a dog and everything. She's out of the Cecil Hotel. But she agreed it should be burnt to the ground. There were prostitutes living next door. Prostitution. I mean, I'm all for prostitution being legal. Absolutely. But I would not want to live in the same building as a prostitute. No, thank you. I mean, for some of you guys, it might be convenient, but not for, I don't want to live in the same place as a prostitute. I did live in a crazy place for a little while when I first moved to LA. And I, too, willingly knew it was a crazy place. And I went, there was a pool in the middle. It was a lot like Melrose Place. And there were people doing drugs and everything, but it was more fun than the Cecil Hotel, and it wasn't near the Skid Row. And there were parties every night, and the neighbors all knew each other. It was like Melrose Place. Anyway, also, worst roommate ever. Have you guys watched that? Worst roommate ever. It's don't watch it. I started watching it thinking that it was like worst roommate ever. Like your roommate leaves oil in your car and it spills, or your roommate tries to breastfeed your cat. I don't know, something silly. Worst roommate ever. No, the roommates kill them. They're all dead. The roommates kill them. I'm like, I didn't want to watch murder, but I just went by the title, Worst Roommate Ever, and I watched 5 episodes. They're really good. They're really good. But I think it should be called Murder Roommate, not Worst Roommate, not Worst Roommate Ever. Like that, it just sounds like it's fun and cheerful. No, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Anyway, okay. Now that there's a ban on abortions, I hope anyone that loves kids is thinking about what they can do to help with there's 400,000 unwanted children in this country right now. And it is predicted that in 10 years, that will double. That will double. So we've got to see what we're going to do with the unwanted children. And a lot are coming out of Texas because of the ban on abortion. And coupled with a lot of comics moved to Austin, the bad ones. And they don't want to wear condoms. There's going to be a lot of terribly not funny children coming our way. So we've got to think what we're going to do. Adoption would be ideal if you love children. Fostering, if you love children. I'm off the hook. I hate kids. I don't hate them. They touch me, but then I have to report them, and and I have to Purell. But oh my God, you guys, the word pedophile is such a poorly named word. It means love of children. Love of children. Like bibliophile is love of books. Cinephile is love of movies. You're not fucking, like, you're not like, I love the Shawshank Redemption and this is what I'm doing about it. And you're just like, or like, you love a book, like Lord of the Flies. You're not rubbing off onto Lord. But so pedophile is poorly named. It means love of children. And what about the poor kids next door that hear like, oh, they said there's a pedophile next door. What does that even mean? Oh, love of children. I'm going to go over there. And then they come back and they're like, Mom, Gary has a weird way of showing love. Do I have to go to school tomorrow? There's blood in my stool. Sorry, you guys. Don't be sensitive. Don't be sensitive. So, okay. But it's not fair to the people that actually do love children. There's not a word for them. It's not fair. Well, besides boring. But it isn't fair. They should have a name. They should have their own. They should have, their name should be pedophile, and the actual pedophile should be called Bill Cosby or rapist, pedo-rapist. That's what they should be called. Pedo-rapist, pedo-scumbag, something like that. You guys, if you are what you eat, I am Cassandra, my favorite Starbucks barista. Thank you, everybody. Oh, nothing I said here was real except when I called you guys windbags. Thank you.
Give it up for Jackie Monahan, everybody. Give her a follow at Jackie Monahan.
Follow me, I know the way.
That's right. She knows the way. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Jackie. Wasn't expecting the book twist. Yeah, Jackie, I don't know if I want to read that book.
It's so good. It's unbelievable.
Jackie likes the criminal porn. She likes crime porn. By that, I mean people that love to ingest crime. You know, I have recently gotten into the YouTube videos that show Karens arguing with police and getting arrested.
That's fun.
Those are my favorite ones, hands down. I have a hard time with anything that involves kids. It's because I feel disgusted by it, you know. It's just hard. It's hard. But Jackie, I will say,
I guess I kind of knew the kids were going to be okay.
Yeah, I'm glad that they turned out good. That's fantastic. They didn't go full Dexter. That's very important. One kid doesn't talk to the mother, and the others still do. Oh wow. There's something to unpack there. They still talk to her. Man, she would be out of my life. Goodbye. Oh, out of my life. Goodbye. I like the Cecil Hotel. Jackie, have you ever seen The Great Muppet Caper?
No.
Okay, so in that, the Muppets go to London, England, to solve a diamond heist situation, and they need to find a hotel that is free. So they find the Happiness Hotel. It sounds a lot like the Cecil Hotel. It's terrible, it's horrible, it's no good, it's very bad. But as long as you sneak out in the middle of the night, you don't have to pay anything. It's all good.
Oh, nice.
That's right.
I
So
want.
welcome home to the
Do
Happiness.
you have a desire to go
Hotel.
to the Cecil Hotel?
I would go for like the day.
Yeah, yeah,
I would
yeah.
go- I would like
never go
rent
there
a
at night.
room
I
and
wouldn't
like
go
check it
anywhere.
out.
I wouldn't go near there at night, but I want to go in the day, but nobody would go with me.
There's a YouTuber named Ryan something. I'd have to look it up. He went to the Cecil Hotel. He lives across the street from the Cecil Hotel. And he'll put up his live stream and just stream the Cecil Hotel. And you guys, if you've never been to LA before, it is trippy. It is very trippy. They'll have like streets that are like gorgeous and like very, very expensive houses. And then another street it's just hood and then nice and then hood. And then Skid Row, it just kind of happens. If you get lost, you're just like you will know that you are on Skid Row when you get there. You just
What?
But yes,
What is the name of that guy's YouTube?
it's Ryan something. I'll have to look it up and send it to you.
Oh my God, I gotta see that.
Yeah. He usually just rates like hotels and amusement parks, but he also has rated the Cecil Hotel. He lives across the street from it. I'd go check it out for one day. I would do that. I wouldn't sit on anything. I wouldn't touch anything. I'd probably wear a
Go
mask.
up and down the elevators. I would try to get on the top floors.
Yeah. Try to figure out why would somebody crawl into a water container? I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know. But definitely, Jackie, I know you like to sing. Check out the Muppets, the Great Muppet Caper. I think there's a parody song here because they have a whole song about, well, welcome home to the Happiness Hotel. You can do, well, welcome home to the Cecil Hotel. All right.
Where
All right.
you live and then die. All right. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much. I love you. It was so good
Absolutely.
to see you.
I love you back. Have an amazing next couple of weeks, you guys. Jackie Monahan. Jackie is going to be on the road for a little while. If you want to see where she is and what she's up to, follow her at Jackie Monahan. Just do it, you guys.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Always fun. Let's see. I think we are about at the end of our show. I appreciate everyone for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Bill, welcome in. Bill just got here. You guys can't see him, but for everyone that's been here from the beginning, Stan Talui did a whole bit about M&Ms, Bill. A whole bit trying to figure out why people even bother with the M&M stores because they're so much cheaper at the grocery store. Bill. You should check out that set. Definitely check it out. All right, you guys. Thank you once again. We will be back next week. It will be a special next Friday. We've got Josh Filipowski here, and the Comedy Olympics is going down. You guys, Sunday, we've got Casey McNeil here. Monday, we've got Judah Friedlander and Mark Anthony on Chirping Bird. Tuesday, we have a digital slumber party with Anthony Capfer and Amber Irish, followed by a Sammy Dozen Hour special. It's going down, you guys. It's a great week next week. Sets with Dustin is back. Let's go. We appreciate everyone. Thank you guys, everybody. And don't forget, we're about to start the after party, Twitch and YouTube. If you want to, you can find the link for that. There it is, kocomedy.com. Just sign up for that email or send a DM to Comedy Hub. We can get the link to you. But it's time to get that after party going. You guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye.